excited over being fine and whatnot.
Uh, so the next game we're going to be going into, guys, is our own team Tower Dive. I'm guessing it's our own team Tower Dive versus Laugerbombs. This should be an interesting one. What do you think
Yes.
about this, Fancy?
Uh, it surely will. I mean, our team is actually does very well. We saw that support Viger just annihilate teams, and not only that, but they managed to get the Draven pick as well, and he does insane as Draven. I was watching him last night, and oh, he was cleaning house. That's an absolute terror. We do also know that they like the Kennen and picks, and actually they managed to get the Moo picks, which is an extremely strong pick. And I'm really surprised that we don't see it picked and banned more often. I mean, he may have some troubles here and there in his jungle early on, but once you get in those team fights, he just shuts things down. It's absolutely insane.
I am already liking our TowerDiveTV team just because they picked Viger.
I mean,
But not just any Viger. It's bad Santa Viger. So you know stuff's gonna go down.
oh
Because
yeah.
of bad Santa.
I mean, we already saw it go down. He's just on. He's been on top of it all day with those stuns. You would be proud of him if you saw that game. Absolutely proud.
I feel privileged to have one of our TowerDiveTV teams have Viger of all people. It's an honor to have my choice of champion playing in top tier level play like this, ladies and gentlemen. Because you don't really see it often, do you?
No,
Viger is a very good champion, but he's a little bit clunky in places. He's very cheap in the regards of his kit doesn't really work in top level play these days. He's a very good counter pick to a lot of the AP champions because of that ultimate of his. But other than that, he hasn't really got a lot going for him other than the stun.
yeah, we really see those one-trick pony kind of champions falling out of favor here, in favor of people who could do multiple things, crowd control, damage, the whole gambit. And though he can do some crowd control, really, like you said, it's fairly clunky. And even though he can make it a 45 almost instantaneously, there are champions who can just do more.
Absolutely. But a lot of their picks for the red team I do like, but there's one thing I will point out, they are very squishy early on. I mean, Mumu is probably the only tank they've got on their team right now, whereas for the blue team, they've got not only Sejuani, but they've got Rumble as well, which can get pretty tanky.
Exactly. We're going to see quite the fight top lane. I mean, Rumble is just a huge bully. He's known for just completely and absolutely dominating top lanes. I mean, in the All-Stars games, we saw that when Rumble was available, Rumble was picked and Rumble dominated. I mean, it was absolutely insane. And another thing we do see is Zed going mid. Can you tell us a little bit about Zed? Why is he so popular in mid these days?
Zed's kind of like in the way Talon was when he dominated in the mid lane, but Zed just does it so much better. He can pull out a full burst combo so quickly. It is ridiculous the amount of damage he can put out in just literally seconds of being able to smart cast each effect one after the other. And if you land all those, you can pretty much find that most mid champions will get chunked for a huge chunk of damage, and it's ridiculous. So Viger's gonna have to play really carefully if he's. Oh no, sorry, it's Kha'Zix in the mid lane against Zed. So this could be an interesting matchup because Kha'Zix is also one of those champions that can output quite a lot of damage in a very short amount of space of time. The difference being is that Zed has a lot of range over Kha'Zix, so Kha'Zix is going to have to play a little bit safer until he can close in, I think.
Alright, something I really do want to bring up is that Amumu actually went for red buff as opposed to blue buff. Usually, blue buff is considered the staple of the Amumu jungle, and that's why you usually see such fierce fighting over that when Amumu is picked. Why would he go after red buff in this situation?
I think he went after red buff because I think he was a little bit afraid of maybe being invaded by the enemy team, which is not entirely impossible with the blue team's sort of team comp. They do have a lot of good level 1 damage among them, and one of the problems with Amumu is the fact that he can be really easily invaded at level 1. And if you do that, it does put him slightly behind. But in this regard, it seems like he's fine. But the red sort of buff start, I think, is a little bit of more of a safer option.
Yeah, I have to agree there. Generally, it just that just in case
Oh, it
kind
looks
of
like
thing.
the move is going to come in now. Kha'Zix is going to try and run away. There's a lot of damage going down, but Zed will pick up the kill. Sejuani's now protecting Amumu, but a flash is popped there, and he's going to try and pick up the kill. But Amumu's really low right now. Sejuani's just chasing him down and will pick up that kill as well. It was a 2-for-1 trade-off.
And that smack in the back of the head. I mean, that was a nice attempt at a gank there, but really Sejuani was just in the right place in the right time to clean that up.
Not only that, it was Zed that kind of engaged first on that regard, and because Kha'Zix was so low, he couldn't really help out in the incoming gank from Amumu. So that was really kind of good play by Zed there. But it looks like Sejuani's now incoming into the bot lane. Good stun there by Viger, but it just wasn't enough as they seem to just run out. Oh, say good stun by there by Viger to protect him and his Draven from being damaged by Sejuani as well as Zyra and Caitlyn.
And it was excellent because it did force those flashes as well. And that's something we really have to look for, especially when you're the junglers, keeping track of your the lane's flashes and when the best time to gank is. Alright, we do see Amumu actually coming down here waiting to get a gank, though the lane is a little bit pushed.
It is at the moment. It may be tough for him to get the gank off as well, since they're going to be able to see him. But that's a nice stun there by Viger, outputting off a little bit of poke damage onto the Zyra there. Very nicely played there by Viger. I've never really seen Viger play support, so I'm really interested in this.
Yeah, last game he did extremely well with Varus being the AD carry. And let's see, I wonder if they'll be able to do the same thing with Darius as the AD carry.
Maybe, because there's a lot of interesting things going on this game. A lot of unconventional types of damage going down. There's a nice Viger stun there. It looks like Zyra may die, but she just flashes out of that one and will live to fight another day. Dually playing the Draven, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, absolutely. And we do see back and forth in this mid lane as
Lots
Zed.
of back and forth in this mid lane as both people want to do a gank. Zed's pretty low, and so is Kha'Zix. They kind of want to just not really want to engage. Namu's going to back off, so I think Kha'Zix's going to just play it safe for now. And there was a lovely kill on the top lane there as Kennen outmaneuvered and very nicely played Rumble to pick up the kill on the top lane as well.
Kennen was really an excellent pick versus Rumble. I mean, just one, he doesn't have to be up there and try to CS like most top champions do. So it nullifies that flamethrower a little bit when he tries to go in there and keep up in that farm. Not only that, but he can poke and harass down. And even though Rumble has that shield, he can just do his harass when that shield's not up or when that shield's on cooldown. So it gives him such a huge advantage in this lane.
Absolutely. And also one thing is, he is one of the very few champions that is considered ungankable just because of that lightning rush of his. But bot lane's going to get really interesting now as a Viger stun's laid down. There's the barrier, maybe too early popped. The bandage toss missed thanks to, I think, a flash from Caitlyn. Just moved out of the way just enough to be able to miss that. I don't know who popped their flash there, but I think it was Caitlyn.
Yeah, and with that flash...
There's another gank going on the mid lane. Kha'Zix is taking a little bit of damage from Sejuani, but not enough to be able to be getting picked off. Mumi's going to come in and check on them, but nothing really going to happen from there.
This is what I really like to see, is just these active jungles, these active lanes, damage going left or back and forth, and that's something that I know a lot of viewers like to see as well, because I know a lot of games fall into that rut where it's just constant farm. Oh, and
nice pick up there by the Draven as he decided to come in straight onto Zyra. Zyra's now got in her passive mode. She's not going to get really anyone as well because they are just so far back away from that.
Yeah, that was an excellent
Very clever play there by the Mumu, taking out Zed in the mid lane as well.
I mean, we really see the TowerDive team coming in here and showing their skill with these champions.
There's so much action, I can't even keep up with it all.
I know, it's just back and forth. I mean, it's really exciting, gets the blood pumping. Makes me excited to see what they'll do later on and what's going to happen later on in this game. Not only that, but the tournament as well.
Absolutely. It's just... There's a lot of action happening all at once, and it's pretty hard to keep up with, but I'll do my best, guys, so I'm sorry if I'm a little bit slow today.
Alright. So, we finally see these guys backing off, taking a break from all this aggression as both bottom laners going to go back. But Kha'Zix does jump onto
Maybe
Zed here in the middle.
Kha'Zix. I don't think Kha'Zix agrees with you as he's going on to Zed. Zed's doing a bit more damage than Kha'Zix, but it's a nice move there by... Oh! Very close there by the Draven trying to pick that up, but Zed will just survive the last Ignite tick.
They must be listening to me, and that was just some amazing play by Zed there. I mean, even though he got jumped on, initiated on, looked like he was going to get takedown, he just managed to come back and dodge that Draven. That was some amazing awareness on Zed, just being able to see, oh crap, that's coming, better pop my flash and get out of there. And those are the instances we need to be saving our flashes for, like when something out of the ordinary is going to come and get us, when our awareness, even though our awareness is there, just it's not quick enough to get us out of there.
Absolutely. It's those moments where you can just see the players start to really focus, especially that Zed in that mid lane, managing to pull off that flash just in time. I think he was literally about to stop and back, but he decided against it. Seeing that Draven ult and immediately flashed out of there was good play there by Viper. But there is a little bit of interesting pings going down in the bot lane at the moment. It looks like they want to try and gank this.
Yeah, I mean, Mumu and Sejuani both have been down here several times and I'm able to do it. Oh, there's
a bit of poking going down between Dooley and Zyra, Dooley and Caitlyn, but nothing really serious going on right now until, but there are pinging going down there. They're already, Amumu's there, even Sejuani's there. This could end up into a big fight.
And if this big fight happens, really going to dictate the swing of the swing and move of this game. But it looks like Sejuani had enough of waiting, so did Mumu as they go back out. Both teams playing it unusually safe there.
So why don't you take us through some of the builds at the moment? So I'm looking at Kennen at the moment. He looks like he built a Hextech revolver first. Why do you think that was a usual typical item on a Zed there? Oh, Kennen there. Why do you think that is?
Hextech revolver is not an item you usually see as of late, but it really does benefit Kennen because it gives him that that spell vamp he needs to stay in the lane and really help him out, as even when he does take damage, he'll be able to heal it off no problem. Did go through a few nerfs back since it was really popular, but it's still a fairly strong item, especially with Kennen being able to proc it from afar and proc it on so many people once they have those
This could be interesting because here comes Veigar. Veigar's shut down into a very difficult place, but a good flash there by Dooley to pick up that kill. And then I'm just trying to go onto Caitlyn. Kennen pretty low right now. That was a good stun there by the Veigar and a good pickup by Dooley's Draven there.
Yeah, we just see this Dooley skill with Draven. I mean, he just got in there, did all his damage exactly when Veigar put his stun down, and that's just that synergy we love to see from those bottom laners, and it really shows how much practice they've been getting in with each other.
Absolutely, and it just goes to show that Draven's still alive and kicking in these matchups, especially against one of the top tier level players like Caitlyn. Caitlyn being seen very much a lot in top level play, so seeing Draven basically take down Caitlyn is somewhat surprising in some ways, but in others not, because of how strong Draven is as an AD carry.
I mean, really it's a testament to Dooley and how much he's been playing Draven. The biggest thing about Draven is keeping those spinning axes up so you can keep your damage up, and he's able to do that no problem at all, as we just keep him, his micro is just right there, right on the spot whenever he needs it.
Absolutely, it just gives every kind of bonus that he needs. Dooley's obviously played a lot of Draven. He obviously knows all the mechanics and knows exactly what to do as Draven. So it just goes to show, when you know and learn to play a champion for as long as Dooley has with Draven, you can do really well with him.
Speaking of Draven, though, he managed to pick up a Spirit of the Elder Lizard. This is something we usually see on Ezreal. Why would Draven build it? I mean, usually we think you just build big damage items.
I have to stop you because here there's a Sejuani's coming straight in. There's the snapshot coming from sniper shot coming from Caitlyn. Sejuani's still trying to go onto Draven. Draven's just outputting all the damage onto Sejuani, but Draven will get picked up by Caitlyn there. Veigar's trying to put out a lot of damage. He's trying to put the stun down, but just not stunning anyone. It was a 1-for-1 trade there with Lau as Caitlyn getting a bounty kill on the Draven. But it doesn't look like it's going to end there because Mumu comes straight in. Nice pick up there by Viger. Outputting a Q shot straight into him as well. Very nice use of Baleful Strike there as well. Sorry, not Baleful Strike, Primordial Burst. That was his ultimate he used there to pick up that Zyra kill.
That was an excellent pickup there, though I really do feel, even with the second pickup there, Caitlyn did come out on top, managing to not only stay in lane, but get a kill onto Draven and just get further ahead like she needs to do, because Draven has been quite a monster in this lane.
Absolutely. Caitlyn has been kind of falling behind this game, but she's not doing too badly in staying with it. Her creep score is considerably lower than Draven's, but she hasn't died at all, and that's the main thing. She's now got the kill under her belt to get herself a little bit nicer into this game now.
And we do see that they're going for the dragon, and they really, I don't think they can contest it all that much, even with the Mumu being low, just because they output so much damage and they're out of position there.
Absolutely. It just comes, as I say, blue team are just not in the right place to contest this dragon right now. They're bottom and they're middle, but they're not
we
really
see on the top
where
where Ken just went onto the Rumble there, popping his ult and almost getting the kill off on him, but he did a nice flash over the wall. We just see how Rumble has such a hard time dealing with Kennen, and how it was such that great pick there with that Q. How can Rumble deal with Kennen in this situation?
In this situation right now, in the situation that is what Kennen is right now, Kennen is in a great position where he can do everything and not really care about what Rumble does. Rumble needs to just play safe for now, get some farm, maybe gank a different lane, or maybe just stay top and push the lane for now and get himself back into this, because at the moment he's just a little bit too far behind to even compete with Kennen right now.
So, we do see the stun going down here on bottom lane.
Stun going down on bottom lane. Nice use there of the ulti by Draven. Just bringing Caitlyn down just a little bit lower. Caitlyn having to pop a pot there, maybe to try and keep alive, but Mumu's going to come straight in instead. Draven's going straight onto him, taking a lot of damage from the tower though. Mumu picked up the kill, but it's just enough. Draven just got stun locked onto that tower by the Zyra, but it looks like Zyra may get taken down instead. Zed going ganking on top, killing the Kennen successfully, whereas Zyra's going to go down to a Mumu as well.
And that's just showing the absolute aggression of both of these teams. Kennen overextended there, got too cocky, and tried to push his lane too far, and blue team just came in and collapsed on him, whereas red team, just showing their dominance here on bottom lane, dove the tower and took both of them out, though they did lose Dooley in the process, and that's rather unfortunate.
There's a Kennen, I think it's just getting a little bit too cocky now. I think he needs, if anything, Kennen needs just to rethink and just take a step back sometimes and just let his opponent farm up a bit so that he has a chance to come back in. So he has a chance to come in and basically try and kill Rumble when he's not doing something at all. I think is probably the best situation for that.
And we really see the problem with overextending and getting cocky like that. I mean, that one mistake, the only mistake he's made this entire game, cost him his tower. And
not only his tower, but his life as well. And it gave Zed yet another kill. Zed is now 3-2 compared to a lot of his other team. He's probably the strongest member of their team right now, I think.
Yeah, I mean, without all of that, Zed can certainly be scary, but now he'll be able to go in there and just do absolutely a certain amount of damage, ignoring any armor that anybody would build up with that Brutalizer and Last Whisper. I mean, he's certainly going to be a monster once these team fights become more and more, oh gosh, excuse me. Once these team fights happen more and more.
Well, it just goes to show, I think, it's the same reason why they picked Kha'Zix for mid. Kha'Zix is a good... Oh, there's a bit of action going down on the bot lane. Caitlyn being taken down by Draven there. Used the ulti to be taken down, but looks like a move is going to come in and pick up Draven a double kill. Good use of the bandage toss to get straight under the tower. Dooley's going to have to be really careful with these tower dives, I think, because he's been taking quite a lot of damage from that tower, and he found himself stun locked the last time he towered over.
Yeah, that would almost been a turnaround if they would have survived a little longer with Sejuani being right there, so they got lucky that they were able to burst them down as fast as they did. And
That
Rumble
was a
actually managed
good
to
use of
kill.
the ulti there by Rumble. He was so low and pretty much almost dead from Kennen, but pretty much laid down his ulti, made sure Kennen got picked up easily, and just continued to poke him down when he was under the tower. Good use of both tower and ulti there.
Yeah, really, we just see this Kenny having the same problem as Draven here, going too ham, going too far under those towers. I mean, really, they don't have to kill anybody anymore. They can just keep farming, keep pushing down lanes, and force these engagements instead of trying
I
to
think
die
it's
for
good
them.
though because here we go. Zyra's gonna get stun locked again. Viger wants to go on one of them, but Zyra's going to unfortunately pop her ult to be able to stop Dooley from killing her, but it's just enough to kill her. Bit of action going on by Viger himself, trying to do a little bit of damage to the Caitlyn. Both of them, I think, are just going to have to back out of this one. Sejuani is nearby, May could engage, but I think they just want to back out and be safe with this one.
Yeah, and really, with both being low, they really had no business going in there trying to engage, especially with all this ward coverage. They were able to see the blue team being around there and waiting for them to engage on her.
I think that, so I want to refer back to the Rumble kill on Kennen earlier, and that, like, top tower die. That was a good move by the Rumble there. It was what I was explaining earlier by Rumble playing safe. Rumble pretty much just hugged his tower and just stayed near it as long as possible so that Kennen took as much damage from that tower as he could, as well as laying down the ulti that pretty much slowed him down and outputted quite a bit of damage that Kennen couldn't really make the tower dive too effective.
And we're really seeing here exactly what we need to see.
Kha'Zix jumping away from Zed there. Zed uses his ulti to try and go on, but Zed's in a really bad position right now. There's the banish from Mumu. Down goes the Despair. Down goes Kennen's ulti just to pick up a kill on the Zed there. Nice use of the, nice use of keeping him stun locked for just long enough so that he couldn't get away there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was just about to say that blue team was playing it smart there, keeping at their tower, but Zed went to defy me. But usually, most of the blue team is doing that. They're playing it back, they're playing the D, and they really know that, hey, we can't go out too far, we don't have any ward coverage, and they're just completely dominating us.
I think they're taking the dragon,
Yeah.
but my spectator mode was bugged and I couldn't see the dragon.
I was
They're
just about to
attacking
say.
thin air.
Red team took the invisible dragon.
Red team took the invisible dragon, ladies and gentlemen. The special dragon that you can only take under certain circumstances. Even Azaraki knows of the invisible dragon.
Well, there have been invisible buffs here too, so there seems to be some bugs going on today with the spectator client, but nothing too bad.
Nothing too bad indeed. It's just going to keep... To be honest, if you see someone attacking a creep camp, you pretty much know they're attacking that specific creep camp, and they're not just attacking thin air.
Mm-hmm.
So... It looks like the creeps are kind of coming back into it, though, so it looks like we may see actual creeps again, rather than thin air dragons being killed.
Yeah. I mean, we see more passive play. Oh, nope. Rumble's actually going up.
Rumble is going onto Kennen. Kennen's doing a little bit of damage onto the Rumble to stop him from being picked up. But there's a good use of Kennen there using his stuff. Nice Ignite to keep Rumble off him. There's the flash used by Mumu, but a nice flash there by Rumble will keep him safe. Kha'Zix being negated on by Sejuani there. He's going to have to ulti and flash out of that one, but now Zed's coming into him, using the ulti there, and a nice... I think Caitlyn was about to try and steal that kill, but yeah. Zed picked it up just in time.
That Kha'Zix just got absolutely stomped there. I mean, really just all the crowd control and damage coming down on him. He really had no choice, and he's been really having a tough time in this game, going 0-3. I mean...
It's coming to the point where, at the moment, Red Team is kind of in a position where they can just spiral out of control if they wanted to. Their Amumu's now 4-1, which is, in some regards, quite a scary Amumu, even though that you don't really expect it too much often. Dooley's going straight after Caitlyn. He's not really caring. He doesn't really want to fight me. He's like, no, I'm taking this Caitlyn. This is mine, but there goes the ability again. He's still trying for this Caitlyn. He's going for the tower dive now as well, but Caitlyn's going to have to pop a barrier. There is the sniper shot by Caitlyn to try and pick up that kill, but looks like he's got to be careful. There's the barrier. He's going to start stunner stepping to try and pick up the Zed, but there's the ulti. Zed's going to pick up a nice 432 gold bounty off that.
Julie just going 2 hero mode on him there. I mean, he saw that they were in that jungle, or he could see. I don't know if he actually saw it. They're in that part of the jungle, and he knew they could get down there and get him. He really needs to be paying more attention to the map, and if he is doing that, then he just really needs to not go so ham, because this is the point in the game where you can't afford for your AD carry to go down like that and move out without him.
Absolutely. It's coming to the point where Dooley just threw away his own life, and it's not really good on his part to be doing that. I mean, he needed to have either Viger or Kennen or Mumu just to stay with him to be able to try and pick up that Caitlyn kill. He shouldn't really be going after that Caitlyn on his own. I mean, he didn't even pick up the Caitlyn, so it wasn't really worth it. He just got himself killed. But there's a giant team fight going in the mid lane right now. Rumble's laying down his ulti. Zed getting picked up by Viger there, which is nice. But Kennen's just going straight in there with the ultimate. Picking up a very nice kill on the Sejuani. Mumu going to pick up the kill on Rumble. Zyra's going to pick up Kha'Zix there, but Kha'Zix making sure he's not going to go down without a fight and pick up that Zyra as well. But Mumu not taking nothing from that tower and just going straight for that Caitlyn for the kill.
That was just an absolute slaughter of blue team there. Those area of effect ultimates just working so well together in that event horizon as well. They didn't even need Dooley for that fight, and they just wrecked face under the tower. It was absolutely absurd, and we see what happened.
It was a good combination of Kennen's ulti, Viger's stun, and a Mumu's ulti there as well. It just kept them all stun locked for so long.
And what really set it up.
And it may even help them pick up a Baron if they choose to.
What really set it off, though, was Zed jumping in there into 3 of them and just giving up that kill to them. I mean, it allowed them just to absolutely dominate that fight. I mean, Zed is this team's damage. Zed is what's carrying this team at the moment. And just giving it up like that was just unacceptable.
Absolutely. But so now they're actually contesting Baron, and I would say they were contesting Baron there, but it looks like they want to just push middle now and get down this first tower. So I want to just ask one thing, which if blue team and red team let me, rather than engage, it might actually happen. I want to go into some of the builds very quickly. So we saw Zed picking up a BRK. Do you think this is a good choice of item depending on what the red team is doing? But red team doesn't seem to be caring, as they're just taking down Zed, who was trying to tower dive the Viger there, but looks like a good ulti there by Rumble to pick up that kill. Draven getting a double kill there, picking up, I believe it was the Zed and the Caitlyn now, pretty much in a position where you can spiral out of control. Rumble's in a really bad place right now, and Dooley's just chasing him and not really caring. Good bit of weaving action there to try and dodge the harpoons. Managed to dodge one, but not dodge the other one. And it looks like Amumu is not taking any cares of tower or of Zyra's ulti either, or not even Zyra's ulti, Zyra's passive, as he tower dives and just kills Zyra. Mumu is in a really good position right now, I think.
Yeah, and with 3 people down on red team or blue team, red's gonna be able to secure this Baron here nice and easy. Oh, Kha'Zix just jump out though, and Draven is trying to solo it.
I think they are literally just gonna pick up the Baron off of this. They haven't got enough health to be able to pick up the Baron there, as they start seeing the blue team now coming in and trying to pick up the kill. Viger's trying to lay a stun down. There goes the popping of Shirelia's. Good stun laid there by Viger. Here comes Kennen to pick up a double kill on Zed, and Rumble with an ultimate there. He's now chasing Sejuani, but Draven's going to pick up that Caitlyn so easy now because they're so low health. Sedge sadly is going to get away from that one, but what a good move there by Viger. He got himself caught out in that fight, but then used it to his advantage, seeing his own teammates were there, laid down that stun so that his teammates could get in position. Unfortunately, Viger did die and may miss out on his Baron buff, but it doesn't really matter, as Zyra is in a really bad place and decides to 1v1 a Kha'Zix.
I mean, really, we just see red team pulling too far ahead at this point. I mean, that Kennen, he literally walked into that fight and shut it down. That's all he did. He popped his ult. He was like, hey, I'm here, and I'm here to party. And that's what he did. They had a party all over blue team's face.
It's party time at the Baron pit as they've now got a Baron buff on their backs. I don't believe Viger picked up
Mist,
that
I think you're a
Baron.
little bit behind.
I am?
Yeah.
It says it's live for me.
Hold on. Yeah, they're taking
are you
Dragon right
behind?
now.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Never mind. Kazakh's now just picking up the dragon with a Moo. Am I in the right place now?
Yeah. You're good now.
Excellent. So, Kazakh's now going straight onto Zyra there. Nice Draven ulti, going to try and pick that up, but I don't know if he's going to pick it up. Nice Viger! Flash and stun there to help pick that up. Mumu's now going to come in. There's the Shirelia's pop, but Sejuani is going to use the ulti to try and defend it. So is, Rumble, and Caitlyn's going to try and snipe it, but it's just not enough damage. They're going to just try and go in. Zed's now trying to 1v3. Kazakh picks up that Caitlyn, and there's the almost ace trying to be picked up there, but I think, actually no, Rumble's still alive. Rumble picked up Draven there. Very nice use there, but there's the Viger stun, and looks like Mumu's just going to tank the turret, and Kazakh is just going to pick up that kill. There's the ace, and now Zyra's going to have to defend alone.
I mean, this is absolutely insane. Even Kazakh, who was the weakest member, did the worst out of all the lanes here for Red Team, is just being an absolute monster for this team as they're coming back, or as they're just dominating Blue Team.
It doesn't matter because Zyra's simple use of lockdown tactics manages to lock down and get her a 500 gold bounty off of, I believe it was Kazakh's, but a good use of the stun there by Viger to get him out of there and clean and safe away from Sejuani and Caitlyn.
I mean, Red Team...
But here comes Kennen, there's the ulti, and it's gonna almost pick him out of a double kill. In fact, it may do. Zed is on solo health, and it will pick him up a double kill, but sadly he just dies to the after effects of Zed's ultimate there. Very good use of the ultimate there by Kennen, but it just sadly wasn't enough to get him out quick enough.
Yeah, Kennen going a little ham there, but managed to pick up the double kill for himself. I mean, really, it's going to take more than that for Red to lose this game. I mean, they have to screw up hardcore for Blue to come back and pose any real threat to them at this point.
I don't think it matters, though, because here's the GG and well played as Blue Team does agree to surrender against TowerDiveTV's team. And there's the, I believe, quarterfinals we're in right now?
I believe so.
Yeah, quarterfinal match of our TowerDiveTV Weekly tournament.
TDTV just bursting through that round with 32 to 15 kills and a 57.3k gold. It was interesting at first, but we showed how aggressive TowerDiveTV's team can be and how excellent they can play with that playstyle.